The Boston Celtics' 112-96 victory over the Toronto Raptors was far more than a routine road win in December. It was the kind of performance that quietly reveals the true depth of a team, the internal growth of young players, and the adaptability that separates contenders from the rest of the league. On a night when the Celtics were without Jaylen Brown due to illness, the responsibility did not fall on a single replacement star. Instead, Boston delivered a collective response, built on energy, discipline, and timely individual brilliance. By the final buzzer at Scotiabank Arena, the Raptors were not just beaten on the scoreboard. They were outworked, outpaced, and ultimately overwhelmed by a Celtics group that understood exactly how to seize the moment. The turning point of the game came late in the fourth quarter, at a moment when Toronto still believed it had a path back. With just over 3 minutes remaining, and Boston holding a 10-point lead, the Raptors attempted to generate momentum through ball movement and defensive pressure. That plan unraveled in a matter of seconds, largely due to the instincts and fearlessness of a young Celtic still carving out his NBA identity. Hugo Gonzalez, who had logged a career-high workload the night before, once again found himself in the thick of the action. Fighting relentlessly through a screen, Gonzalez read the play before it fully developed, jumped into the passing lane, and disrupted a pass intended to spark a Raptors run. Though he was fouled from behind and did not receive a clear path foul call, the moment set the tone for what followed. Seconds later, Boston capitalized. On the ensuing possession, Derek White found Gonzalez on the right wing, and what happened next was the emotional exclamation point of the night. With open space ahead of him and no defender between himself and the basket, Gonzalez attacked decisively. He put the ball on the floor, exploded toward the rim, and finished with the most emphatic dunk of his NBA career. The arena reacted, the Raptors deflated, and Boston's lead stretched to 12. In that instant, any lingering hope Toronto had was extinguished. It was not just a basket. It was a statement of confidence from a young player and a symbolic moment that reflected the Celtics' control of the game. By the end of the night, Gonzalez had recorded the first double-double of his professional career, finishing with 10 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, and a block in nearly 28 minutes of action. The stat line told one story, but the impact went deeper. His defensive awareness, willingness to attack offensively, and comfort in high-leverage moments illustrated why Boston continues to invest in his development. Games like this accelerate growth. They turn potential into trust. While Gonzalez delivered the knockout punch, the engine that powered Boston throughout the night was Payton Pritchard. With Jaylen Brown sidelined, everyone in the building understood that additional offensive creation would be required. Pritchard not only accepted that responsibility, he thrived under it. From the opening tip, he played with aggression, control, and a level of confidence that bordered on dominance. By the final horn, Pritchard had produced one of the most complete performances of his career, leading all players with 33 points and 10 assists, while also contributing 7 rebounds. The defining stretch of Pritchard's night came in the third quarter. As Toronto attempted to tighten the game defensively, Pritchard responded with a scoring barrage that shifted momentum decisively back in Boston's favor. He poured in 19 points in the quarter, shooting 8 for 10 from the field and a perfect 6 for 6 on shots inside the arc. Time and again, he broke down defenders off the dribble, found seams in the defense, and punished Toronto for any lapse in coverage. Perhaps most impressive was that much of this production came against Scottie Barnes, widely regarded as one of the league's most versatile and disruptive defenders. Pritchard's ability to create space, change speeds, and finish through contact made him nearly impossible to contain. At 6'1", Pritchard does not overwhelm opponents with size. Instead, he relies on precision, balance, and relentless competitiveness. On this night, he looked every bit like an all-star caliber guard, orchestrating the offense while maintaining scoring efficiency. The timing of his performance could not have been better. Just days earlier, the Celtics had begun openly promoting Pritchard as an all-star candidate for the first time in his career. Performances like this transform campaigns from hopeful narratives into legitimate conversations. Fans watching this game did not see a role player stepping up temporarily. They saw a guard capable of carrying an offense when circumstances demanded. Boston's dominance extended beyond its starters. The bench unit played a critical role in controlling the game's flow, particularly during stretches when rotations could have disrupted rhythm. Hugo Gonzalez finished with a remarkable plus-minus of +37, a reflection of how effective the team was with him on the floor. Anfernee Simons also made a significant impact, posting a +32 while providing scoring punch and energy off the bench. Luka Garza added another layer of physicality and effort, finishing with 12 points and 10 rebounds to secure his own double-double. Garza's rebounding performance was especially unique. Of his 10 rebounds, 9 came on the offensive end, an unusual and telling statistic. Those extra possessions extended Boston's offense, wore down Toronto's defense, and prevented the Raptors from generating transition opportunities. Offensive rebounding is often a matter of effort and anticipation, and Garza delivered both consistently. His work on the glass complemented Boston's overall approach. Value possessions, apply pressure, and force opponents to defend longer than they want to. Defensively, the Celtics executed their game plan with discipline. Toronto was held to just 41.4% shooting from the field, a testament to Boston's ability to contest shots, protect the paint, and rotate effectively. While the Raptors recorded 7 blocks compared to Boston's 4, those numbers did not tell the full story. Boston dictated shot quality, funneling Toronto into difficult attempts and limiting second chances. Both teams scored 10 fast break points, indicating that Boston did not rely solely on transition offense, but instead built its lead through half-court execution and defensive consistency. The Celtics' ability to win convincingly without Jaylen Brown speaks volumes about the structure of the roster. This was not a game defined by isolation-heavy possessions or desperate shot-making. It was a team performance built on ball movement, defensive communication, and players embracing expanded roles. Derek White's steady presence, Pritchard's offensive explosion, Gonzalez's emergence, and the bench's collective impact combined to form a balanced attack that Toronto could not solve. Perhaps most encouraging for Boston is what this game represents in the larger context of the season. Championship teams are rarely defined solely by their stars. They are defined by depth, adaptability, and the ability to weather absences without losing identity. This win reinforced the idea that Boston's system empowers players to succeed when opportunities arise. Young contributors are not merely surviving minutes, they are shaping outcomes. For Hugo Gonzalez, this game may be remembered as a turning point. The confidence gained from delivering a defining play in crunch time can accelerate development in ways that practice alone cannot. For Payton Pritchard, the performance strengthened an already compelling case for league-wide recognition. For the Celtics as a whole, the win served as another reminder that their strength lies not just in talent, but in cohesion. As the season progresses and challenges intensify, games like this become reference points. They demonstrate what the team is capable of when circumstances force adaptation. They build trust within the locker room and reinforce belief among the coaching staff. Most importantly, they show that Boston's pursuit of success is not fragile. It is built on layers of preparation, accountability, and opportunity. If you enjoyed this detailed breakdown of the Celtics' win over the Raptors and want more in-depth analysis, game recaps, and player-focused stories throughout the season, make sure to support the channel. Subscribe for consistent Celtics coverage, and if this video added value to your understanding of the game, leave a like. Your support helps keep this content coming and ensures you never miss the moments that define the season.